Hi guys, welcome back or welcome if you're new here. My name is Doria and today I am doing a bit of a different video. I've officially hit 2 years on YouTube as of April 27th, which is so wild for me to even comprehend because I've been wanting to do YouTube for so long that the fact that I've been doing it for 2 years is just mind-boggling. But I want to give you guys, I think, 12 kind of tips and tricks that I would recommend doing if you're starting your YouTube channel. I looked up a lot of things before I started my channel and I had great advice from people, and I just want to kind of give you the advice that I took from all the videos that I watched and that I implemented on my own channel and that I really feel like made a difference. But yeah, as of April 27th, 2 years, and I've done, I think, close to 100 like long format videos. So girl had some time to practice her skill. I'm not saying I'm like the best YouTuber there is in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like I'm kind of getting the full hang of it after 2 years. But yeah, I just want to share some tips and tricks, hopefully not make it too long, but I have all of them here. That's, if I'm looking down, that's why. First thing I would do when you're even plotting how you're gonna do your YouTube channel, I would brainstorm a list of ideas of kinds of videos you would want to do. It doesn't have to be too specific, but just to have an idea of what kind of direction you want to take your YouTube channel in. I know people always say you have to like focus on a niche. I kind of agree with that, but not fully. I feel like your life kind of becomes your niche on YouTube. But yeah, brainstorm some ideas just so you have as backup for when you're kind of thinking about what you want to do. I think genuinely in the beginning, you're not going to be, unless you're like extremely talented, you're not going to be the best editor, or you're not going to have the best kind of videos. I would say that definitely comes with practice. Obviously editing is something that you kind of develop as time goes on, but yeah, at least have some ideas that you'd want to do at least for the first few weeks of your YouTube channel. And yeah, piggybacking on that, the niche aspect, I've seen a lot of videos, people saying that you should niche down. For example, me, when I started doing vlogs because I was traveling, and then now I do mostly fashion videos, and I'll throw in a video like this in. But I would say the ones that do the best for me are my fashion videos, and then obviously my vlogs. Some of them perform really well, some of them don't, which is kind of normal because people tend to watch vlogs of people that they already know. It's kind of harder to build an audience that way. But yeah, like I said, I think on YouTube your whole life kind of becomes your niche, unless you genuinely want to keep your personal life out of it. You can definitely do that, but I would say don't limit yourself too much in terms of what kinds of videos you're doing. Definitely test out a bunch of different ideas and then kind of see what works for you, which I'm still doing that after 2 years. So definitely in the beginning, test out what you want to work on, and then think about what equipment you would want. So for example, I'm filming on a Canon G7X right now. This is the camera I've had since the beginning. I also have a DSLR, like big camera, but I've never actually shot videos on it because for me it's just not convenient. Like the Canon G7X is just so convenient to kind of grab and go with me, and you could totally shoot on your iPhone. I have some videos that I've kind of had to implement clips from my phone, and I think the quality is really good. So you can literally start with your iPhone, but if you want to kind of think ahead and want a camera, I would totally recommend the G7X. I know everyone has it now, but I would totally recommend it. And then if you want to level up again, like obviously there's like so many lenses and so many different DSLR cameras and just a variety, but I think like you definitely don't need to buy everything when you first start out. Literally pull out your iPhone and you'll be just fine. But yeah, also you should get a tripod, or I guess you could do a makeshift one at home, but tripod is definitely to be considered. And studio lights, it took me a few months to get mine, but right now I have them on gloomy days like today. Like it's just so much better to have good lighting. Of course that's very important, like the quality of your videos does increase if you do have kind of developed equipment. But yeah, that's something you should consider. Think about what kind of equipment, again, it doesn't need to be fancy in the beginning, but still think about what you kind of want to do. And yeah, in terms of editing tools, I currently use CapCut. I'm just used to it because I do content on Instagram and TikTok. I've gotten used to editing videos on CapCut, so I'm kind of familiar with the app. It is on desktop as well, which is where I edit my videos, but I have a MacBook, and I've tried out iMovie when I first got, because when I started I didn't have a MacBook, so for me like CapCut was basically the only thing I worked on. And then I got my Mac and I tried out iMovie, and it's honestly like too basic for kind of what I want my videos to be. But iMovie is a great starter. Honestly, it's very easy to use, and you can very easily edit videos on there. I'm thinking about getting Final Cut Pro. I don't know if I want to upgrade yet because I'm still kind of, I don't know. I'm good with CapCut honestly, and I know on my phone I need to pay it monthly and like get the pro version. But I'm pretty sure on desktop you can still get the normal one. So yeah, iMovie, CapCut, Final Cut Pro, I'd say those are the most, I guess, generic ones, and that's the ones that I've used. So yeah, definitely get yourself acquainted with one of them. Honestly, they're not hard, so you guys will be just fine. But yeah, you also have to think about where you want to edit your videos, and then obviously it's easy to just export them and upload them on YouTube. Like, I was stressed about that in the beginning, but it's really not hard. And then thumbnails, very important. I've been testing out my thumbnails for the past literally 2 years. I think what works for me the best is when I keep them simple background, easy to read text. I think that's obviously like basic advice, but I would say it's definitely what does the best. If you do want to kind of branch out and add like elements to your thumbnail, obviously make it cute, 100% do that. I edit mine on Canva, and yeah, kind of play around with them. I'm still figuring out. I know YouTube gives tips sometimes, and it's actually shown me which one of my thumbnails have done the best, so that's kind of how I've gauged which ones I should be aiming towards. But again, kind of play around with it. You don't have to commit to a type of thumbnail, especially not in the beginning. But yeah, like I said, I use Canva, and I feel like that's a great beginner's tool, at least, or that's honestly pretty much all you would need to be editing your thumbnails. Then when you're thinking, this is maybe a bit further down, but when you're thinking about getting monetized, you do have to reach 4,000 watch hours. I would recommend making your videos a bit long, not too long. I do have vlogs that are over 30 minutes. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but a decent amount of time, just so people have more, well, I guess just so the more people that watch it have the most watch time hours. I feel like those videos tend to do pretty good, except if it's a short video, like tips and tricks. It doesn't have to be too long, but I'd say like definitely over 10-15 minutes is ideal if you want to hit those hours. But yeah, focus on posting on shorts as well. Don't just post long format content. I think shorts is where I get the most views and the most engagement, and I feel like that's where I've gotten the most subscribers from. Obviously they don't count towards your watch hours, but I feel like growing your audience from shorts is a great idea. I just repurpose my content from Instagram and TikTok, so I just literally post the same thing on the platforms, and obviously some do better than others. But yeah, I feel like shorts is a great way to build your audience, reach more people, and again, it doesn't count towards your hours, but your long format videos will definitely get you there if you do build a community and you have high engagement. So yeah, definitely don't sleep on shorts. Focus on videos that kind of provide a service or some sort of knowledge to your viewers. I know I started with vlogs, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend going that route, because people do need to kind of have some knowledge about who you are, or kind of they've seen you somewhere else to be clicking on your vlogs most of the time, unless it's like a really exciting trip or whatever, like a day in the life or a routine. Like routines tend to do good, but just like a normal day in the life, week in the life, people obviously don't really know who you are yet, so they're not like that inclined to watch your content. But if you do, for example, my fashion videos do the best, so I think it's because people want to kind of learn something from my videos, and I try my best to kind of convey the knowledge that I have and the niche that I have. But yeah, vlogs definitely, I don't think, would build your audience up that fast, but I do recommend also including some entertainment type of content, just so it's a little more lighthearted sometimes. But yeah, definitely focus on videos that provide something to your viewers. I think it's important to show your personality and what you're interested in as well. Obviously there's trends on Instagram and TikTok all the time, and I guess in that aspect you can't really I guess you can show your personality, but it's more kind of, I don't know, on YouTube I don't feel like it's like that. I think people genuinely watch you if they kind of relate to you, or if they just like your personality or anything like that. So I think it's definitely important to show your personality, just like what you like, and a lot of people kind of relate to you on that. So definitely don't be shy. Obviously in the beginning it's a little more you're gonna be a little more reserved, but I say definitely show people who you are and what you like, and they're definitely going to be able to connect with you in that regard. And also important is to not stress about numbers. I know in the beginning I was like holding on to any subscriber that I had for dear life, and I was like, oh my god, like if I would lose one or something I'd be like, oh no, like mental breakdown. But I think don't focus on the numbers. Sometimes I've posted shorts and they've kind of decently blown up like a month after I posted them, and it's never times that I've like stressed about it. I just post and obviously let YouTube do its thing, and if my content does well then I'm obviously very happy. But I don't think that stressing over numbers is something you should be doing, and do it for the right reasons. Obviously if you just want to blow up overnight, I don't think this is the platform. But if you're consistent and you actually enjoy doing this, I think it's also going to be conveyed in your content. And yeah, this is genuinely something that I love and I spend hours on every week, and like I just brainstorm. Like everyone that knows me knows that I'm very passionate about content creation, and just like I just love YouTube. It's probably my favorite platform at the moment. So yeah, I think definitely if you want to do this, and if you're dedicated, and if you want to try it out as well, like definitely go for it. Don't stress about overnight success, or just do it because you enjoy doing it. Try to build a schedule that is sustainable. I've tried to post every single week since I started. I've missed a few weeks. Literally recently I've had some changes in my life that prevented me from posting for a month, aka I got my wisdom teeth out and I couldn't film. So yeah, I just build something up that you're definitely going to be able to sustain. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm posting twice a week. Right now for me it's not that sustainable, but I hopefully in the near future going to be able to do that, even if it's once every 2 weeks. As long as you can stick to it, definitely do it. Obviously try to post like the same day of the week around the same time, just to your subscribers know when to kind of expect videos from you. And just I think that's also a good way of building like a trust with your subscribers, because they'll know that they have a video coming from you at a specific time on a specific day. For example, I chose Thursdays. Now I try to post Thursdays and Sundays, but then again it's not 100% set in stone for me right now. But yeah, definitely build something that you're able to sustain. And the last thing I would say, focus on quality over quantity. Obviously post as much as you can, because you never know. Like I saw a girl on TikTok and she said that posting on social media is kind of like the lottery. One day you just might have a video that can genuinely like change your life, so you never know. So definitely do post as much as you can, but not to the point where it alters the quality of your work. I think people are more likely to watch a really good video of yours once every week, once every 2 weeks, and watch a video from you every single day that's like badly edited, poor lighting, and just not the vibe. So definitely try to post the most high quality content you can, and as much as you can, as long as it's sustainable for you and it's not like stressing you out, because I don't think that's also worth it for you. You don't want to burn out over trying to get content out, because speaking from experience, by the way, I feel like sometimes I get into moods where I'm like, you need to post, or I like, what are you doing? And like I post a lot and then I just kind of burn out. So don't do that, and listen from me. And yeah, I think that's all the things that I would do if I was to start YouTube all over again. Hopefully many more years of content are going to be coming to you guys from me. And yeah, if you guys have any additional tips, or if you agree or disagree with anything I said, let me know. I'm very open to hearing about what you guys think about this. Obviously everyone has very different experiences. You could totally blow up overnight and I want that for you, honestly. But yeah, that's kind of my experience. That's what I would do. I can't believe, again, like it's been 2 years, but I hope all of you that watch this video took something away from it, and that you're gonna have very successful channels coming up. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in next week's video.